Are there any questions? I can click through to another couple of pages, perhaps. We'll look at administration. So this would be an internal department page.
How old a picture is that?
Oh, I don't remember me being on there either. Lori must have done that. I didn't realize all three of us were there. That's fun. Some of the projects that administration oversees, for instance, if you're looking for logos and branding information, it's right here. Brownfields Assessment Grant, one of those things that somebody may not look for right off the bat, but somebody from EPA might be, so we make sure we have all that listed there. Citizen surveys, every survey from every other year that we've done since 2002. And different projects. We've got Moscow Pullman Airport realignment.
Back up just one second.
Yeah.
Jen, because I did not look on the citizen survey site. So that citizen survey site has every citizen survey since 2002. Is that correct? Is that what you
Yep.
said? So if folks wanted to just kind of drift back 15 years ago, 16 years
Yeah.
ago and check things out?
Yep.
Well,
You're more than welcome
hey,
to. Enjoy that. And those are the
How did you
reports,
come
so
up
they are an overview of all of the surveys, not the actual documents and large pieces.
Well,
of
yeah,
data.
it's the
So,
overall synopsis of what that's,
Yeah.
it's the condensed version.
Yep.
Brandy, you have a question?
Yeah, yeah, so that was under administration, which was under departments, which was under government. So
Yep.
if, let's just say you're not used to it yet, you're newly trying to kind of navigate the new website, and you're not sure where to locate something, do you feel that search bar is going to be the first thing that you should try?
It's, when we were talking with our web developers, the consensus was that mega search options are kind of the way to go. I think as you Google everything these days, they said as long as you have a robust search function, that's usually where most people will stop at the first, when they first get to your page to look for something. So one of the things we look at is, for instance, administration's got quite a few things on here. We don't want to list those all in the mega menu, but we want to make sure that what people are looking for, they're able to find. And that's as we continue to look at search information, if we look at how many clicks it took a person to get somewhere, some of those types of things, you'll see this start to adapt and really become more intuitive as we see how people are actually using it and what they're actually looking for.
Jen?
I will say that, having been in over my head on this website about 6 times since it debuted, it is a forgiving website, and it's very nice to be able to kind of back your way out, and it's intuitive, so you do get to the same landing page every time. You have to hit back a few times, but it really does, after a while, start to make sense. I appreciate the clean nature of it. It's not quite like the old hit us with 50 million things on the landing page. That was tough. So it's a good change. We'll all adapt, pretty sure.
And having worked with younger people, they go straight to the search bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking for should be I'm searching for,
Right.
because they'll go there. They won't even cruise it. All the older people cruise and really look around, take it all in. The younger people like go straight for the.
Okay, hey, I'm one of those older people, and whenever I get in
I
a
see that in a
jam.
complimentary way. It's just generational.
Look, one of the things, all full disclosure, whenever I get in a jam, I ask one of my grandkids to help me out, and they zip me right through the thing, so.
So just a couple other features we have here. Every time you refresh the page, we've got a series of images, so you'll get a new Moscow image in the background. We'll tweak those kinds of as the seasons go, or as we have.
I was wondering how those were changing.
Yeah, we've got some with Zach joining us as a photographer. He's got some official, really nice looking photos that he's supplying us with, so we'll take advantage of those and use those.
I'm kind of curious about that, so like during the holiday period, we'll have our lighting tree and all that stuff down there?
Yep.
Nice.
Very intuitive to make changes to the site as well, not just to use the site. Updating, it's amazing. When we looked at the redo, I think it was in 2012, we did our last website revamp. It's amazing how things have changed and the different options you have. And so we've got a core group of about a dozen people, a representative from each department that edits the website, and they're able to then bring in people on their team that say, okay, you deal with this so you can take care of that. And it's easy enough and intuitive enough that it's coming along pretty well. There's some hiccups along the way, but mostly because we're finding processes can sometimes be easier, which has been it's been a real joy to find some of those. Some are a little bit more tricky, but we'll work through those. If you are on the website on a smartphone or a tablet or anything, this all sizes over as well. It just makes the page longer, so you've got your options there. Your calendar shrinks down just a titch, but all the information still posts there, all the links still work well. The other item that we have coming online is we'll start working on our mobile app now, which will take much less time than the website. We just need to start working through the details of that, so that'll come next.
How long you been working on this?
Oh gosh, how long? Well, it's been about a year for this piece alone, through the RFQ, RFP process and evaluating all that, but yeah, I was a little terrified starting it, but I'm not scared of it anymore, so I'm happy to announce that I've mastered that piece at least. So, yeah.
Great.
Thank you for your patience.
I have a couple questions.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that we've taken over with updating most of it or certain pieces. Has that management completely come over to the city, or are we still working with our vendor?
The city has managed our updates of our content forever. This would be the third iteration of the website, I believe, in the last 12 years at least, and the city has always managed content.
So what role does the vendor play, the ongoing, is there a relationship there still?
They actually host the website on their servers, which is a good side note. We have our video that was hosted internally on our own servers for quite some time. We've shifted that to YouTube, actually.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
So we don't have the cost of the servers, and we are not paying for storage with a third-party vendor. So that's been one of the changes we've looked at over time, just looking at transferring video from our server to the third party, and how much do you want to pay to rent that space every month? I don't even know, rent might not be the right term, but to pay for that space. We thought it'd be a much better solution to go with a YouTube option, which we're seeing a lot of cities are doing. So in 4 years, our contract runs 4 years, and we're eligible to then do a redesign. New look and feel. Some of the things can stay the same, but maybe color schemes need to shift, or I'm not ready to wrap my head around that quite yet, but we'll have the ability to freshen it up in 4 years, which with this vendor is, the process was relatively painless, so we look forward to working with them.
Yeah, and remember when we were talking, and like if you come across information that you know is not current, should we email you? Like to say like this page, I know you might not have gotten to yet, but
Well, and you can do a couple ways. You can email, call, whatever. If you're want to use the official citizen request, which may take an extra step, but it's fun to
no,
look
that's what I
at.
was wondering. Is that the best way to do it?
You could, yeah, if you're already signed in and registered, it shouldn't take that long at all. If you haven't signed in or registered, it may take a minute. But these are some of the categories we have now for the new website feedback. You would just click here, and it kicks into our work order system in the back end of the website, and we can reply to you that way. Or yeah, a call. It takes just a second to update now, so we can usually do it while you're on the phone with us, which is enjoyable.
Brandy?
So do these link directly to the person that would deal with that issue?
Right now they're all registered to me as we get that set up, but yes, we just want to make sure everybody's trained before they get hit with any of these. We've had 2 so far in the last 3 weeks, so it's pretty exciting. 1 lighting issue and 1 website question, so.
You know, I think
so
that
good.
the new website, of course, it's a change, and changes are always challenging for all of us, but I think as I've moved around there, I'm getting better and better at it, and I'm one of the weaker persons when it comes to website, whatever, and it's probably, but the thing of it is, I think as we go along, it just gets better and better for us, and I really do think it's a nice enhancement.
I appreciate that,
Jen?
thank you.
Other questions before we, Brandy?
I would just say, I love that you figured out the way to have people sign up to receive the things that they're interested in. I think that is a big step towards people being more informed in advance of things that they care about, and I thank you for making that happen. That's a big improvement.
I
I was
appreciate that. We
gonna
have
do that,
lots
and
of
they can-
information. It's
I figured
just-
how many times you see me search the same thing, reread. That's what I'm looking.
There you go.
So it's good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And on
Thank
that
you, Jen.
note, you mentioned text messages. We can send people that, and they can opt in too?
Yeah, it would be an opt-in, and I have not signed up for a text message yet, but the email notifications are working really well.
Great.
Well, thank you, Jen. Other questions for Jim for you? Nice report. Good job. Thank you.